do is rub your hands and put it on your Bible. This is what usually we do, especially in this culture. We were taught when you wake up in the morning, put your hands together. It's like awakening all your organs. And when you rub it gently, you are aligning your whole body. And then you put the thing on your eyes. So this we were taught from our grandfathers. We didn't know what it was, but we just practiced it. So a lot of times it's better not to ask why. Just simply follow it. There's something very interesting coming to my mind about this why question. Every time, why? Why like this, my friend? It's a very common touristic jargon. Why like this, my friend? So a lot of tourist people, when they're traveling to India, especially from Israel, they have this common question. Israel and Russia, I would say. Why like this, my friend? So they always ask why? The answer is, it is like this, my friend. Now, something interesting coming to my mind is about, it's better not to question sometimes the thing the way it is. Right? Like, I don't question why the shape of a wheel is round. Somebody thousands of years ago invested a lot of time and energy to understand that the round shape is the best shape for a wheel. Now, after thousands of years, just to prove my logical mind, I will not use a triangular wheel on my bike or a rectangular wheel on my bike, because it's a waste of energy. It's a waste of your valuable time. Right? Sometimes you just listen and follow. This is the way it is, not question why like this. My grandmother said, do not eat rice, yogurt, fruits after sunset. I never questioned. Even till today, I don't eat rice after sunset, or even today, I don't eat yogurt after sunset. Just the way it is. But today I have an answer why it should not be consumed after sunset. It's because it causes cooling effect in your body, and you are likely to have mucus, and the digestion will be not easy after sunset, because till the sunset, the sun is there, you need fire for your digestion, right? And yogurt is cooling in nature, so the digestion becomes difficult, right? So sometimes it's better just to listen to things and accept it and follow it, because somebody has experienced it and has an understanding about it. You cannot experience everything in life in a span of 70, 80 years on this planet. The fastest way to learn in life is from your experience and from other people's experience. That's the way you learn faster. You are on a fast track growth. If you stick to experience everything by yourself and then you say, I will believe it, you will waste a lot of valuable time of your life. Like, technically we know that it's very hot near the sun, right? We know this. Maybe we have not experienced it. We haven't gone ourselves near to the sun to experience it. But it's really hot there. We know this. So some things you know without experiencing. Like a child which is just born. A child which is just born, like right now, and is hungry and wants to drink milk, he will only use mouth. He won't use the nose or the eyes or the ears or anything else, but just the mouth. How does the child know that that's the way it is? He has not experienced it before, but he knows that he can only drink the milk from the mouth. Right? big, it's not only survival instinct, it is beyond that. There are a lot of things that we know even before we are born, right? Because of certain, we call, in the Vedas, we call it genetic memory, and a lot of other aspects. There are 8 parts within the memory, right? So we can't talk about the mind aspect today because we have limited time. We have another 25 minutes. So I wanted to share with you about, since it's a yoga festival and you have understood the history of yoga and the different aspects of the culture, also types of yoga, right? So these are the certain types which I explained to you, and there is no asana in those yogas. In the bhakti yoga, in the karma yoga, in the jnana yoga, in the mantra yoga, there is no asana in it, which means we don't give too much of importance to the physical asana. I mean, there is certain benefits for sure, but yoga is not about asana. You already studied about 4 types, and in all these 4 types, there is no asana involved in it, right? Which means there is not so much of emphasis on the asana. It is only in the West, yoga means you are flying in some way, and you're looking very beautiful in the yoga pants, and you have a very wonderful branded yoga mat below you. So that's what's the understanding of yoga in the West, is asana. So we have learned 4 types and there is no asana in it. Isn't it strange? Right? It totally defies the rule of the West. So a lot of people might not be interested in yoga if there is no asana in it. But for them, we have 2 different types of yoga, which is got asanas, which is the Hatha yoga, the grandfather of all the yoga, right? And then you have Ashtanga yoga, which is the father of all the yogas, and rest are the illegitimate children from the West, right? So those are the definitions of different types of yoga. So you already studied about 6. The 7th one is the Tantra yoga. I'm sure you have heard a lot of things about Tantra, right? And again, a lot of convoluted ideas about Tantra. But let's give a very simple understanding. What is Tantra? Tantra is another form of yoga. Within Tantra, I'm giving you a very simple layman's way of understanding Tantra yoga, okay? Not getting into technical details. Simple way to understand Tantra yoga, there are 2 ways to practice it. One is a simple, beautiful, nice way. Okay? Tantra yoga means it's a union of masculine and feminine. Okay? I don't say male, female. I say masculine and feminine. Okay? Masculinity and femininity. Okay? It's got nothing to do with gender. Okay? Masculine energy is Shiva. That's the Shiva energy. And feminine energy is the Shakti energy. It's a union of Shiva and Shakti. Okay? There is a union of Shiva and Shakti will happen also in your body. On the top, we have a chakra called a crown chakra. In the crown chakra, we have Shiva. And at the bottom, the Muladhara chakra, the lowest chakra, is called the Muladhara chakra, where there is a feminine energy in the form of Kundalini. Okay? Kundalini is a feminine energy, which is in the form of a snake, and it coils around 3.5 times, sleeping in your body. It's dormant. So when this energy rises from the lowest chakras and going through all the chakras, it meets with Shiva on top. When it meets with the Shiva on top, that's when your psychic powers or your spiritual powers get awakened. Yeah? That's when it is active. So there is a significance of femininity and masculinity, right? Both is important to have something to happen. Right? The male or the masculine and the femininity. Right? Now in today's world, you see all this nonsense happening about feminism, femininity and all this stuff, feminism, right? The moment you add ism to something, it becomes a religion. Like Hindu became Hinduism when you added ism to it, right? So anything with ism, like veganism, okay? Anything that's got to do with ism, it's a dangerous place to be in. Yeah? It is a religion, right? When it is a religion, then it comes with all convoluted ideas. So coming back to the Tantra Yoga, it's a union of masculinity and femininity. When a man and woman comes together, there is an energy which is created when they come together. This energy, either you call it sexual energy or whatever energy that is created, you can use that energy for your own benefit, like healing, manifestation, or anything that you want to use that energy. So that Tantra Yoga is to get to that energy and use that energy in a meaningful way. Okay? So basically, it's telling you this special energy is created only when a man and woman comes together. You should not just release it with an orgasm and finish it with an orgasm. You can use that energy for a long time within your bodies to elevate yourself. Right? So that is a beautiful aspect of Tantra, where the masculine energy and the feminine energy comes together, and you use this energy for your own growth. Yes? For channelizing this energy. The other aspect of this is occult practices. When I say occult, is coming to, everybody knows the word cult practices. So that is extreme in nature. We don't want to discuss right or wrong, but that is extreme in nature, where there is consumption of alcohol, some kind of drugs, and into different sexual acts and other things. So it has a different approach. Nobody's saying it is right or wrong, right? People have their own choices. They choose which path they want to follow, right? For example, if you ask me which path would you follow, I would choose the beautiful side of this Tantra, which is using the male and the female energy for your own enhancement or own development. But I do not at the same time criticize the practices of other segment, which they are called Aghoris, the Babas, in one way, where they practice all these things, right? They have their own way to do it things. There's extreme of they believe everything in the world is divine, whether good or bad. You know? So that's their way of functioning. So that was the aspect of Tantra Yoga. So we talked about 7 different types of yoga. In majority of them, there is no asanas involved. The only 2 which is where you practice asana is Hatha Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. Right? So Ashtanga Yoga means, Asht means 8, Anga means limbs, 8 limbs of yoga. What is the first limb? First limb is called Yamas. Yama means it's a rule towards like in Bible you have 10 commandments, right? Thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that, and you know you follow all these commandments because it's given by you know some say rabbis back in the olden days. So similarly, we have kind of commandments in our 8 limbs of yoga. So number 1 is yamas, which is the rules towards the society. It's a social code, right? It's the commandments towards the society. Number 1 within the society commandment is non-violence, right? So non-violence means it's not only meant for physical violence, it's only also on the level of thought and the speech. If you're thinking something bad about somebody, it's violent too. Not only you physically hurt somebody, but also by the speech. If you say something harsh to somebody, it's violence too. So non-violence is the first commandments in the yamas. Then you have truthfulness. You should be speaking truth always. What is the benefit of this? When you speak the truth, you get aligned automatically with this cosmos, right? And because you're speaking the truth, if you predict something, if you foretell something, the cosmos makes it happen for you because you are always speaking the truth, right? So if you are in a habit of speaking truth, the cosmos makes, the universe makes things happen for you, what you predict for future, because you are so powerful with your truthfulness, because you are in a habit of speaking truth all the time. That's why universe supports you in a way that if you predict something, it makes it happen for you. Number 3 is not stealing. You should not steal what is not yours. You should not take what is not yours, right? Like let's say you're walking on the beach, you saw a bag with $1,000 on it, right? And there is a passport attached to it. You know the person, and for some reason there is a phone number in the bag. You don't keep that money because that is not yours, right? And universe is clearly telling you and giving you options to return it back, because there is a identity of the person, there is a phone number of the person. Call the person, give it back. So do not take what is not yours. Forget about stealing. Stealing means you're literally stealing from somebody. But it goes a step further. It tells you, do not even take what is not yours. Right? Then you have brahmacharya. A lot of people have translated it as celibacy, but it does not mean celibacy. Brahmacharya does not mean celibacy. A lot of yogis on this planet who have been here have had families and children. Okay? That means, what does brahmacharya mean? Brahma means creator, the creator, Brahma. And charya means on the path. You are on the path of the creator. It does not specifically mean about celibacy. Even if you have family, you can still be on the path of the creator. Right? I'm just clearing out certain facts which a lot of people think brahmacharya means you are not married, or you're not with a woman or a man or whatever. That does not mean brahmacharya. Brahmacharya simply means on the path of creator. Then another commandment which is towards the society is, in Sanskrit we say aparigraha, means non-possessiveness. You do not possess things. You do not hoard things in your life. For example, you do not have 100 pair of shoes, right? You do not have 1,000 dresses. You do not have 5 bungalows. You do not have 10 cars. Right? Non-possessive means not hoarding. How much do you need in life? Just ask yourself, how many shoes you can wear at one time? Only one, right? So why collecting 100 pair of shoes? If you collect 100 pair of shoes, you are depriving other people on the planet to wear shoes. You have deprived another 99 people. How much of food do you need every day? As I was talking yesterday in the meeting, in our meeting, you don't need too much of food after a certain age, right? When you were born, you were 10 pounds, 12 pounds, and you start to eat food. And then you gather this body, and you become 5 feet, 6 feet. But after 21, 22 years, you stop growing your height-wise. You stop growing vertically. If you continue to eat the same amount of food, you will grow horizontally. Again, you don't need too much of intelligence to understand this. But people still have this idea of eating 3 meals a day. and 3 huge meals a day, which means you are eating unnecessarily and your body has to process and work hard and waste a lot of energy in digesting that food. That means technically you are not gathering energy, you are wasting energy. If you are eating too much of food, you are wasting energy because your body has to work hard to digest it. Very simple. There is no machine from outside which digests your food and puts in your body. You have to digest it inside. Digestion is happening here, nowhere else, which means it has to work. So why put unnecessarily food in your body? Because anyways you are not growing vertically anymore. You might as well consume less food and see. For your information, your energy is not only from food. You will be surprised to know that 60% of your energy that your body is getting is from 3 things which is free of cost. Sunlight, water and air. 60% of your energy is coming from these 3 natural things. And 40% is from the rest of the things. And food is one of them. You can also have energy from other things, like receiving energy from somebody else. So technically you don't need food. Or at least so much food. You will be very surprised if I tell you your body does not need sleep. It's a very radical statement. Huh? Your body does not need sleep. Can I try to explain you with an analogy? Let's say you are running on the beach, okay? And suddenly, after 2-3 kilometers, you become tired. What do? Do you go to sleep? You don't go to sleep. You just stop. When you stop, what did you do? You reduced your consumption of energy, right? You were running before, so consumption of energy was more. But when you stopped, you reduced your consumption of energy. So when you stop, after 15 minutes, you have the energy again to run, right? Which means the energy in your body is produced in a same pace. The energy, the production of energy in your body is happening at the same pace. But the consumption is in your hands. So you don't need sleep. Suppose you're standing and you're tired. What do? You sleep or you sit down. So you reduce the consumption. If you are sitting and then you are tired, you just lie down. So technically your body does not need sleep. Sleep is only one form of rest, and your body needs rest. You can give rest to your body in many ways. There are some yogis who haven't slept for many, many days and months and years. Fully awake and haven't eaten food. How do they live? They live on sun energy, water energy and other forms of energy. They haven't consumed food. You can look it up on YouTube also. Which means food and sleep is not the primary need of your body. Right? You can do without food and sleep. But look at the world today. We have made food and sleep the most. The doctors tell you sleep for 8 hours a day. Don't they tell you in the West, sleep for 8 hours a day? Okay, now just use your intelligence, not logic. Okay, let's use your logic. Okay, let's use the logic and see. So doctors telling you to sleep for 8 hours a day. How many hours are there in a day? 24, right? Everybody has 24 hours, right? Not more than that. So 24 hours. Out of 24 hours, how much is 8 hours? It is 1/3 of the day. So you're sleeping for 1/3 of your day. For example, let's say you are alive on this planet for 60 years. Okay? How much are you sleeping? 20 years of your life you're sleeping. Is this what you have come here for? Have you come here to sleep? Or to explore life? Or to experience life? You have not come here to sleep. Sleep in Vedas means you are dead. Exact or equal translation, sleep means you are dead. Your soul is out the body. It's on a travel, right? It's outside the body, which means you are wasting your valuable time of your life if you're sleeping more. 20 years of your life you're sleeping. You were effectively only here for 40 years. So this is what simple things like the wisdom is. Just observe what you're doing. If you're sleeping for such a long time, every day, it amounts to so many years of your life. And you're wasting that. Just because you haven't thought about it in this way now, logically, now I gave a logical explanation that it is almost 1/3 of your life. You're sleeping. So if you follow the doctors in the West, they will reduce your possibility to be alive on this planet. In many ways, they have already done that with the medicines, with their ideologies, with even things like drink 2 liters of water every day. It's a nonsense. You don't need 2 liters of water every day. Everybody does not need that. Everybody's bodies is designed in a different ways. Somebody who is working hard on the sun might need more water or less. You're sitting under an air conditioner. You don't need 2 liters of water. You're making your kidneys work more. You need water when you're thirsty. Your body will tell you. You don't have to drink water just because somebody told you 2 liters of water every day or 8 hours of sleep every day. It's a very logical way of looking at life. This is what the doctors in the West have become. Very logical. There is nothing intelligence about them. But your wisdom and intelligence is just by observing yourself. If you observe the organs, you know 2 years. If you observe that it's 8 hours of sleep, means 1/3 of the day, you will reduce your sleep automatically. Even the food, they tell you, eat so much of food. Eat minimum food, how much you need, how much your body is enough. It's enough for you. Because anyways, you are going to work to digest it. Okay, now another commandments are cleanliness. Cleanliness means not only, showering your body and other things. Of course, that's needed. But internal cleanliness also. External and internal cleanliness. This is why in India, it is also very important. You wake up in the morning, you must take a shower before you go outside the home. Right? Is that correct? When you step outside the home, you must have had a shower. Because it's not only about cleaning the body, it's energetically cleaning yourself. Like, for example, in Christianity, they clean you only one time with the water, like when you're baptized. So in this culture, they tell you baptize 3 times a day. Right? 3 times you must shower a day. And not wear the same clothes what you were wearing before. They always told us the clothes that you're wearing after shower, you wear another set of clothes, and the old one should be rinsed in water and sunlight. Because that's energetically cleaning. Right? So cleanliness. Second is contentment. This is the 7th commandment. Contentment. Contentment means you're content with what you have. Right? But one step more. Just not with what you have, but also with what you don't have. You should be content with what you don't have. Like I have a house, I'm content with that. And I don't have a car, I'm also content with that. So contentment is only not limited to what you have, but also what you don't have. Next one is called tapas. Tapas comes from a word called tapasya. Means this is a commandment, means you should have a strong willpower. I'm defining it in the nearest English possible way. You should have a strong willpower. You should be disciplined. Okay. No smoking means no smoking. It does not mean you go to a place where you see 10 other people smoking and you start smoking too. That means you don't have a willpower of your own. If you have 10,000 rupees in your pocket and you go to the market, because you have 10,000 rupees in your pocket, you start to spend and buy things. No, you should have willpower. That does not mean that you should keep 10,000 rupees in the house and then go to the market so that your willpower will be strong. Right? That does not mean you go to a place where nobody is smoking and only then you will not smoke. That is not a way to live. Right? You should do what you want because it is your life. Okay? Not because some other 10 idiots are doing, I should be an idiot too. Right? Stupidity is a bulk thing. It comes in bulk. So when you see a lot of stupid people around you, you do the stupidity too. It's not a good way to live life. Because then you are not in control of yourself. Your stupidity is dependent on other people's stupidity. Right? You should do things which makes clear and has clarity within yourself. This is not good for my body, I'm not going to do it. That's it. That is tapas, tapasya. Next is swa-adhyaya. Swa-adhyaya means self-study. Self-study means sit with yourself. Study your features. What are the features you have? What you can do with your body? What you can do with your mind? You have 4 things with you. Your body, mind, energy and emotions. These are yours. This is not you. This is why we say your body. We never say you body. Because this body is not me. I am living in this body. I stay in this body. This is not me. So these are 4 things that the nature has given you. Your body, your mind, your energy and your emotions. This is for your journey. Take care of these 4 wheels. The 4 wheels of your car. The body, mind, energy and emotions. If you just take care of one wheel, you're too much into your body and just washing and cleaning your body every day, but your mind is full of garbage and your emotion is fluctuating up and down, sometimes very happy, sometimes super sad. That means you're not taking care of your emotions and your energies. So, in order for you to drive a car, you need all the 4 wheels or not. You can't drive on just one wheel. And the rest 3 are punctured. You have to have all the 4 wheels functioning in this best possible way. Only then you can drive the car. Make a note of it. Body, mind, energy, emotions. In your mind, however you want to make a note. These are the 4 most important aspects. The 4 most important wheels of your life. Body, mind, energy, and emotion. Your soul is the driver. This body is the car. And from your birth till your death, you're doing the journey. You want to have a smooth journey, or in the middle you want to have your tires punctured. It's your choice. If you want to drive from Arambol to Mandrem, right? No matter you are the best driver on the planet, and you have the most beautiful car, but if you are putting kerosene oil in the petrol car, you will not be able to reach Bandram. Right? Is that right or wrong? Right? Similarly, in this body, you need to put the right fuel. You need to put what is meant for this body. You need to put food into the body. This body does not run on smoke. Right? If you put smoke in this body, you will not have a smooth journey. because that is not the fuel for your car. You're putting the wrong fuel. Yes? So we need to be very conscious about what food we put into our body, what fuel we are putting into our body. Only when you put the right fuel, you will have a pleasant journey. And this life or everything is about the journey. It's not about destination. Okay? All the journeys is about the journey. It's not about destination. When somebody close to you boards a flight or goes to take a flight or a train, what do you wish them? Have a pleasant journey. You never say have a pleasant destination. You always say have a pleasant journey, right? So life is about journey, it's not about destination. You must focus that your journey is memorable and pleasant. You create enough memories in this journey, and not just, if you're thinking about destination, that means you're thinking about dying. So life is a journey. With a small note, I will end this sharing of knowledge of wisdom. Is I will share something which transformed my life, and it was a TV commercial which I saw about over 5 years ago, and I saw this ad. It was a commercial ad on the television, and I come back from my IT job and I switch on the television. I was a little bit stressed, and I saw this ad coming on television. This was a sign which universe was giving me, Arjun, go and live your life. Do you want to hear the ad? Here is the ad for you. So I switch on the television and this ad pops up. It's the very moment I switch on the television, the very moment the ad pops up. It says, your life is your life. Live it while you have it. Universe will offer you chances. Know them and take them. You cannot beat death, but you can beat death in life, sometimes. And more often you learn to do it, more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. Universe is waiting to delight in you. Go forth. It's a Levi's jeans ad. If you go to YouTube, you type in your life is your life and put Levi's, you will see this ad. So this message transformed me and said, Arjun, go and live your life. What are you doing in this corporate job? You're like a robot. You go 9 o'clock in the morning, come back 6 in the evening, and then do all this all week. And then Saturday, Sunday, you're busy preparing for the next robotic life. So this ad transformed me, and it was a message very clearly telling me, Arjun, go and live your life. And live your life while you have it. Once you die, you cannot live it anymore. There is no point regretting after that because it's done. So live it while you have it. It says universe will offer you chances. Means this cosmos will give you chances. Know them and take them. Which means just knowing is not enough. You have to take it also. There is an opportunity knocking at your door. You know it's an opportunity, but you don't take it. It's a waste of life. So knowing is not enough. Taking is. So knowing is the first step. Know them and take them. First you know it and then take it. So with this note, I end our class. Thank you so much. And namaste to all of you.